Oh, no, that's not what I want though. What I want is the other one. Hello, sorry, I'm having technical difficulties now. What are we doing? Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody, hello. What we're doing is... Okay, we got that, but that's not working. Hold on. Oh, you know what? There we go.
How is that? Oh, there we go. Now there's an audio. Wait, hold on. Delete. Nope, wrong one. Hello. Hold on. We gotta do this one. Audio effects? Nope, that one. We gotta do this one. Hello. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you so much for letting me know, Jaden. I apparently didn't plug in my phone, my mic. So, what we're going to do is, we're trying to figure this out. What number do you think this is? We have the top beat of value of 5, and we have the two bottom beats, right? And so when we're looking, we have 5, and then plus the 2. So these are my 1s and my 10s. So when we're looking, every column has a place value. So we have our 1s, 10s, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Does that make sense? So when we have that, we have every column is a place value. Every column is a place value. So if I look at this, right, I have my number. What number do you think this is? I'm trying to figure this out. This is not good. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, good. So we have our number. We have our 52. That's what 52 looks like. 5 and a 2. Why? Because the top beat is a value of 5 and the bottom beat is a value of 1. So we have 1, 1. There's two 1s over here. So we have 1, 1. And then we have our next number. So 52 looks like that. And then we have our next number. There we go. Our next number, we have our 1s and our 10s. We have our 1s, 1s is, no, that's what 1s look like, right? So on our 1s, we have the top bead. Anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So when we're looking, we have these ones that are being counted. We have our 5 and then plus 2, right? Because 1 and 1, so 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So this is 7 and this is 1. This is actually 17. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Okay. So, how is that better? Thank you. Thank you so much, Jaden, for letting me know. I do appreciate that. What are we doing? Okay, so this is actually 17. 17 looks like this, right? It's a 1 and a 7, just like this, 1 and a 7. And then we have our next number. There we go. So our next number is, we have 2, right? 1 and 1, 2 1s on the tens column, and then we have 5 and then 3 1s, 1, 1, 1. Because there's 3 1s, 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Carlos. Hello, hello, Chris. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. How are we doing? Carlos, are you feeling better? I hope you're feeling better. Oh, that was a little scary. That was a little scary. I hope you're feeling better. I hope your taste buds came back. So then we have our next number, 28, and then we have this one, right? We have our 10s and our 1s. This is easy. This is 10s and this is 1s. And I'm feeling way better. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. It is 95. It is 90. So we have the top beat is a value of 5. We have the bottom beats are a value of 1. There's 4 1s. 1, 1, 1, 1. 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then we have the top beat is a value of 5. Thank you, Chris. So when we're looking that anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar right here, this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So the only two columns that we're working with right now are these two. These ones are not counted, so these beads are not being are not touching the horizontal bar. So the only two are here. So we have our 1s and our 10s. And you'll wonder, like, why am I here? Well, I'm here because if you notice there's a label right here. This label tells me that this is the 1s place. That's all it is. It just tells me the 1s place. There's another one over here that tells me the thousands place. That's like a little comma. So here we have our next number. We have our 10s and our 1s. What number do you think that one is? Yep. What number do you think that one is? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. How's your Sunday? Thank you, Jaden. Well done. Well done, Jaden. It is. It is 15. There's the top. The bottom beat is a value of 1, and the top beat is a value of 5. We have this number. Excuse me. So we have our next number. We have our ones, and we have, I'm sorry, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do you think that is? Thank you, Chris. It is 59. It is 50, and it is 9. We have the 5 over here. No, it's not 59. It's 19. Because the 5 would be on top like that. The bottom bead is the bottom. Thank you, Jaden. Yes, it is 59. No, it's 19. Sorry, thank you. It's 19. 1 at the bottom, right? The top bead is a value of 5, and then the 4 bottom beads. 1, 1, 1, 1. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. So it's 19. Yes. So 19 looks like that. And then it takes us to our next number. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, I messed up. That's okay. That's okay. We're not perfect. So we have our next number. We have this one, right? We have our tens and our ones. I'm still feeling a little fuzzy. So perfectly fine, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. So what we're looking at is understanding how to read the abacus. And abacus is a counting tool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Ooh, there we go. So when we're looking, we have our 2, right? 20, and then 9. What? What? I'm feeling a little fuzzy in the head because of allergies. That's why. Yeah, bad allergies. There's this thing called Santa Ana winds. And so, thank you. Hey, Chaotic. Welcome back. Thank you so much for the heart me. Oh, that's right. I still got to do that. I keep remembering, but I keep forgetting. Okay, we got 29. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have our next number, right? We have our next number. Thank you, Chaotic, for joining. So we have our ones. I'm sorry, we have our tens and we have our ones. There we go. So don't. You said I wasn't perfect, so I was. Oh, that's funny, Chris. You're so funny. Yes, we are. I'm sorry. You are. You are. You're perfect the way you are. Thank you, Chaotic, so much for the roses. Thank you, Chaotic, for the roses. So we have, yes, 18. So we have our, is it 18? It's 1 over here and then 8 over here. So it's 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Yeah. There we go. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so we have 18 over here, and we have our next number. So what number do we think this is? In my mind, I was perfect. Good. We should be. You should have that. You should have that security, with yourself. You know what I mean? And yeah, nobody should be able to bring that down. Hello, oh, thank you, Chaotic, for my favorite teacher. Thank you so much for all of the roses. Thank you so much for all the roses. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. 77. Yes, thank you. It is 77, Chris. Yes. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Oh, I don't know if anybody was waiting for the adult book. I still haven't published a new book, but I do have the adult book finally in stock. I don't know why I'm having problems speaking. So, oh yeah, here it is. So for those of you that are interested, I do have this book available. Is it a great book? Oh, thank you so much. I thought it was pretty packed. I thought it was pretty packed with a lot of information. So for those of you that are interested, I do have this available in stock in my TikTok shop. I did pin it to the bottom. It's down there below if you could see it. And thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. What we're doing is we're just learning how to read the abacus, and I'll just do a little walkthrough. So I explained that this is how to read the abacus, and then we have the 2-digit, and then I start going into the mask maze. The mask maze is very similar to this maze right here. You get the opportunity to download it, and then you have this. Hey Chris, did you ever use these place value card? So the place value card is very similar to what I have in here. And so when we're looking at it, if I can line it up, the idea was to line up your abacus. So if this is the ones place right here, oh, you can't see that. This is the ones place right here. Hold on. There we go. This is the ones place right here. I'd line it up. That's not good. Hello, come on. Okay, so we have the ones place, right? The ones, it matches up to here. So every column gets matched to the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, and 10,000s. No. But my fifth grader and I did. Oh, really? That's great. So if you decide to choose, notice there's two different, notice that there's two different labels. There's the ones place and then there's the thousands. But you could choose this one to be your ones place. Then everything would shift over like this. So if it shifts over, then you have all of this to be, right? You have your ones, your tenths, and notice your decimal sits between your ones and your tenths. So your tenths, your hundredths, your thousands, your 10,000s, and your 100,000s. So this was supposed to be versatile between, whatever decimal you have, whatever digit you want to use, whatever dot you want to use, right? And so then what we're doing is over here is we continue on with understanding how to read the maze. The maze is to be able to read the abacus. So I have 23 on the abacus, right? I have 23 on the abacus. I find the number 23. It's either this one or it's this one, right? So we know it's going to be this one. So you follow the path that takes you to the next number. And this number over here is actually 63, right? So the idea is to be able to mimic the number that you see. And that's why you use the mask maze. The mask maze, hello, hello, hello. The mask maze is to cover it up like that. All right, so there's only like 15 of us. I'm not sure who else is here, but Chris and Chaotic, is there any specific questions you have about Abacus? I can go through the book again, or I can go through specific questions, but there's only 15 of us. So thank you again for liking the live. There's like 1,000. Anybody else that's brand new here, let me know, and so we can continue on. But it does seem like it's a little bit easier to manage a smaller class. Let me know if you have anything specific. Let's do multiplication. Okay. Chaotic, are you ready for some multiplication? Let's do some multiplication. All right. I got some multiplication. All right. What do I need paper. Hello, damn. Yes, I do. I do remember you. You are just in time to do some multiplication. Just in time to do some multiplication because it seems like it's a small class right now. So I can actually do some multiplication, and I won't get too bogged down. I think that's what it is, right? Like there's just a lot of people talking. Oh my God, this morning was really crazy. I had a lot of trolls. It was crazy. Like all the trolls decided to wake up. Hold on. I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this. Alright. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. And then we will keep this over here. Alright. So. Hello, Ken of Cricket. Ah, really? It's been a little bit since you've been back. What's going on? What's going on? I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still talking about the abacus. That's all I do is just talking about the abacus. Nothing I do. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Talking about the abacus. What do you... I have new sound bites. What am I doing today?
Gee, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
I've got new sound bites. Yeah. There's some other ones I have. Hello. So I think that's what I was going to do. Oh, today I was going to try to finish up a workbook, and then I wanted to work on the other book. But the first thing to do is I had to get that one book out the door. Once I get the one book out the door, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be more comfortable to keep going. You know what I mean? So that's not what I want. I need to get to this. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much for liking the live. Wow, you guys are really going. Okay, so here's a question. We're going to do 3. We're going to do 3 digits. Because we haven't done 3. Yeah? Quick. Thank you so much, damn. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Hello, Liz the Good. Thank you so much for the finger heart. Yes, I do appreciate that. I see you. Okay, so we do this. 9, 5, 2 times that by 3. Now, question. What is our starting point? What's our starting point? Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for giving me 1,000 likes. 4 digits. Yes, thank you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So when we're looking at the abacus, I'm going to make this a little bit more. There we go. So yes, it is 4. So when we're looking, we're going to be here. How do I know? Because I'm counting my digits on my in my question. So we observe the question, and then what we do is we assess, we plan accordingly. So the first number we're going to do is what? We're going to do 3 times 9. What's 3 times 9? 27. So 27. Add the 2, add the 7. Easy. And then, would an abacus be a good thing for special education middle school students? I think so. I think so. It was used for, it's used for either an enrichment program or it's used for enrichment program accommodations. And I'm right now just in the process of showing to the mainstream. So, Mom 4, Gram 9. I do believe it is used for special education, and it is quite common. So we have our next number. We have 3 times 5. So 3 times 5. Oh, do you need a little, we could do a little walkthrough. Are you looking for, thank you. Thank you, Chris. It is 15. 1 and then 5. And then we have our next number, right? 3 times 2. How old is, what is the skill level of your student? Or is it your is it your child, your student, or is it like, are you teaching and you teach people? You know what I mean? Like, what is the, not, is it the demographic? What's the demographic? It's your class. Okay. So what abilities do they have? What number is this? 6 times 3 is, 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Remember, 6 is a single digit, so single digit is a 0, 6. So we have a 0 and we have a 6. So it pushes us over. It's 0 and then 6. So, Mom 4. So, what's the abilities of the, it all depends on the abilities, right? So you could start off from like with preschool information, like learning how to read and learning how to recognize the buildings. They all benefit from hands-on, right? But are they slow or are they quick? I don't know how to say it nicely. If they're just average but they just need help, that's different as well. And then if they're just average and they just need help. What? Oh, it's so middle school. So then what I would do, they are slow. Okay. Hello, Joseph. Are they quick? Okay, yeah. So yes, 2,856. So what I would do is, before I would go into everything, I would start off how to read the abacus. Right? And to do that, I have, you could try this out. This is what you call a soroban. A soroban is a Japanese abacus, and we're going to go through it. Soroban, right? It might be too complicated for them. You think so? Because what we do is we talk about our place values, right? And so let me do a little run through. Let me do a run through with you, and you let me know if it's too difficult. So this will be our place values. The reason why I chose this one is because I have a dot right here. This is my ones indicator. So I can actually count on my abacus. So we have we have 1 on the abacus. 1 on the abacus, like a penny, that would be 1. This is the value of 1. And then we have 2 on the abacus. This is the value of 2. And then this is 3, right? 1, 1, 1. This is 1, 1, 1. That's 3, right? That's 3 on the abacus. And then we have 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The top bit is a value of 5. So when we do 5, that's what that would look like. And then we have 6, the bottom beat. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. And then we have this one. 2, right? 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. We have this one. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. And then 4. 4 plus, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the 5 is equal to 9. Hold on, Michael. I am talking about how to read the abacus first. So does that make sense to you, Mom 4? Did that make sense to you? Because it all depends on how well you receive it to figure out if it's easier for them or not. everybody thinks it's complicated, but it's not really complicated. It's very quite simple to use, easy to understand. But the idea is to make sure that you know it so then you can teach it. You know what I mean? That actually makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Daniel. Right? So what we're doing, this is 9. So what's 10? 10 is actually a 1 and a 0. Just like how we write 1 and 0, that's what 10 is. 10 is a double digit. That means we use 2 columns, right? So we have our 10, and then we have 11, we have 12, 13, and then 14, and then 15. After 15, we have 16, 17, 17, 5 plus 2 is 17, 18, and then 19, and then 20. Mom 4, did that make sense? I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you're still marinating on the concept of how to read the abacus. Hello. Oh, wow, we have like 73 people. Yeah, it looks easy. Do you think your students will be able to pick it up? You know what I mean? Like, is there advantage of learning abacus as an adult? Yes, there is. There's plenty of advantages of learning abacus as an adult. For example, you want to keep your brain active. You know how we like to do Sudoku or crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles? Yeah, 10. That's what 10 looks like. 10, 10 is just a 1 and a 0. That's what 10 looks like, right? So just like 10, 1 and a 0. That's all it is. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. So does that make sense, neurotic? Right? So, I'm very... and you're perfect. And you're perfect. Don't forget the perfect, Chris. So it's like using Sudoku, crossword puzzles, word searches, and jigsaw puzzles. Abacus would be here too. That's an inside joke between us. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I like your humor. I'm happy you like, you're okay with my humor. Okay. We're gonna keep going of how to read the abacus because now we have a lot more people. You can do adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And there are some older people that are part of my... there are some people that are older in my life, and they've noticed that when they started picking up the abacus, they're starting to think a little bit faster, just because we're now doing brain gymnastics. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to continue on to keep the brain going. And so I actually created a adult book for abacus. So for those of you that are interested, I do have this one. It is an abacus. It is an abacus for adults. And what we do is we do basic arithmetic, adding and subtracting. And then after that, we have formulas that we need to memorize and understand. And then after that, there will be a multiplication table. But I'm not there yet. So, first time I'm seeing it, how to read the abacus, I understand. Yeah, it's not difficult. And that's why it kind of like triggers me a little bit when the kids come in, they're like 6, 7, and they just kind of barge in the room. But this one here, we talk about the different formulas. So I have, there's 2 sets of formulas that you need to know. You have 2 sets of formulas you need to know. You need to know how to make 5, and you need to know how to make a 10. You need to know how to do that, then Tetrising your way through would be easy. So how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. Yeah. So for those of you that are interested, I do have this available in my TikTok shop. I think I have it pinned. Yes, I do have it pinned. You have the option to buy either a colorful abacus or a single colored abacus. This is 13 columns. The reason why it's so big is because size matters. So this is a 7-column abacus. This is a 13-column abacus. And what else? Oh, so, and then if you wanted to, you can have one without the abacus. It is up to you. But I do recommend to actually buy an abacus, whether it's from me or from somebody else. I would recommend, or if you wanted to, you can make your own. I do have a few people making their own abacus. So this one's made out of a bead, and you can use that too. Hello, Hep! Hello, Hez! Hello, Hez and Hep. So you can make your own abacus if you choose to as well. It is up to you. Yeah. So, I do have these books available in the shop now for those of you that are interested, and we can continue on. We're going to continue on learning how to read the abacus. There's a little bit more people now. We were trying to jump ahead too because it was only a few of us. So, allowing the new book. What page are you on? Are you over? How far have you gone? Like how? There's this. So yours has taken 6 days. And I was like, no, it took me like, you're on page 35. You know, it took me like a month to write this book, and it took you guys like 2 to 6 days to like finish it. It really is upsetting. It's so like crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Got it. So you're at the +10 right now. Yeah, I'm like trying. I'm trying so hard to be like fast, but I can't be fast. I gotta lay the groundwork. I gotta lay the foundation first. Once I lay the foundation, then I'll be able to like publish faster for you guys. That's what my hope is. My plan is to be able to publish faster for you guys. So hey, so yeah, yes, and there's like 3 digits as well. There's answers in the back just in case you don't know. And then I have like activities, like there's mazes, color by number, the hidden words, there's a word ladder, and it goes through the whole like concept of adding and subtracting on the abacus. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm using exercise over and over again. Oh gosh, that's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. Yes, to get better. Yes, I plan to make another. My next book for the adult version, for the adult series, would be the multiplication, and it will be very similar. Obviously, I'll be making it, but yeah, I'm planning to do the multiplication. I just haven't sat down yet to work on that one because I still need to work on the kids version of the 2-step equation. So I got the 2-step equation, and I think you're gonna really like it. Yeah, I know. Tammy was like saying that the 2-step is really giving her. Yeah, yeah. I think the multiplication is going to be a big hit. I didn't think the basic math for adults. I didn't think that would be a big hit, but that was a big hit. So I wonder how much that will work. And I was going to do 2 versions, one for the kids and one for the adults. That's what I was thinking. Or maybe no. I lie. I'm thinking I'm going to make 1 version for right now, and then depending on demand, I'll make another. No, I'm going to make 1 version right now because I need to get it out the door. So, excuse me. Yeah. And then there'll be another version of this one, but it'll be more it would be bigger numbers. Complicated. Is it complicated? It'd be kind of complicated because then you're going to start seeing the different variations of 2-step equations. Oh, we're back to 17. Great. So for those of you that are interested, I do have this available. Hello. What age do you start at children? Oh, I just saw your message. You can start as young as ages 3, 4, or 5. Whenever they start learning, whenever they start talking about counting, that's when I would start introducing it. So I have this book here, which is available for in my TikTok shop, and I do have this one. This was geared towards preschoolers, and what it was is we talk about the numbers, and then we talk about the relationship with the numbers and how it looks like on the abacus. I don't know if Fletcher is still here, if E is still here, and so this would be like the numbers, and then we have the circles, and then we have all of the path, and then what I do, I have all these activities for them to do, and then this is lesson 2, and then we go into the numbers of 0 to 9, and then we have more activities for the kids, and so forth. So then we count forward, then we count backwards, and after counting backwards, we figure out what comes in between. After what comes in between, you figure out what's surrounding. After surrounding, then we do a comparison of what's bigger than less than, and then we start going into adding and subtracting. Yep. Then we start going into adding and subtracting. And then after that, we go into the concepts of understanding how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. So I made this book specifically for children that were 3, 4, and 5. If you really wanted to start them at 2, you could. If they're mature enough, to count. So it is possible. There we go. Okay. Thank you for the question, E. I don't know if you're still around. Thank you so much for the question. But I do have this book available also at the also available in my TikTok shop. Okay, I need to close this out because it's distracting me. So, hello everybody. Hello. Good morning. Oh, you're still here. Thank you, E. Thank you. Not a problem. Is there a child in mind? Because I wouldn't introduce this to all the children, right? So if they're already like 5, 6, 7, or 8, then what I would do is I would introduce them with a mazes. I do make more on the TikTok shop. It is up to you. It's whatever. Yeah. I do make more on the TikTok shop, but the prices should be the same. My Amazon is my name. Hello, my name is Lynette. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years. Whatever I have in stock is what I get from here. And so I do have these books available in stock as well. Thank you so much for liking the live. Wow, gosh, guys, thank you so much for the 6,000 likes. That's really neat. What am I doing? Oh, so yeah, so these are the two concepts that we need to understand in Abacus. So depending on how old your child is, if they're like kindergarten, first grade, right, they might be able to do the 2-digit maze, which means that they're going to be able to read the abacus, right? I've been watching this channel for a while. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so depending on how old your child is, so you know about the 2-digit one. So it does depend on what you want to do. I do have a 2-digit, 3-digit, and a 4-digit. I would always start them off as understanding how to read the abacus, and then after that I go into the adding of the 5 and taking away the 5. Yeah, that's what I would do. If since, oh, you know what? I just got this involved. I just got this in stock. If you're, since Halloween's coming around, I do have this one, and this is just reading the numbers from 0 to 10. And this is a lot of more like number recognition. This might be fun too. So what I have here is they are reading the abacus, right? They read the abacus, and then they have to find the abacus. It doesn't matter what the number is. They just need to find what the abacus looks like, right? And so from here, there's a puzzle. I put it in the 10 frame, and then you're supposed to color whatever the counted beads. Only color the counted beads. And then the idea was to put in the blocks over here. So here, this is the maze. Let's do one with a number. So here, there's number 1, right? The idea is to start from here, and I do like mazes. I do like mazes. But the idea is to trace all the numbers, right? So the idea was to trace all the numbers so they practice their penmanship or their fine motor skills. So the idea was to get them to like write and then color in the boxes that pertains to the number 1, because this is the number 1 maze. So what we're doing is we're understanding that if I go left or I go down, you have to find the number 1. Good night. Okay, have a good night, Chris. Thank you so much for dropping by. I came in early so I can try to see you before you head out. But thank you again for dropping by, and I'll see you in my next live. So the idea was here to find the number 1, and then to find the abacus that's number 1, and then find the number of the word, right? And then here is a blank. Because it's blank, the idea was to put a Play-Doh. A piece of Play-Doh, like the amount of, so I don't have Play-Doh right now, but the idea was to put one item in here and to see if you can fit it all in. Then you're supposed to find another number, so my number is over here. So the idea is I have all of these numbers that are they're traceable, so I have the dots. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. There he is. So they're dots. The idea is that they need to write the numbers so they practice their fine motor skills. And all of them should be dotted so then they can write it out. And I do have the same thing for the 4s, and I can do that for the 2s. So I was trying to get them to, even though they have to find the path, right? I still wanted, the idea was to still write out all of the numbers and all of that just to get them to practice. They don't need a color in the abacus. I think that's a little bit overkill, but I wanted them to practice how to write the numbers. Yeah. So that's available. I do have that available. I do have that available in my shop. It's also available over there. Oh, I didn't put it up. Oh no, it's right here. It's right here. You know what? I'm gonna bundle it and put it in with an abacus. So I'm gonna add another option where you can buy an abacus with it, and I'll do that right after my live. So this one it's the same thing, right? We go to all the way to number 9, 10. We go to 10, and then the idea was to just get them and then practice their scissor skills, right? Trace the number. And then practice. They can trace the zigzag, right? And then after they trace it, they can cut it. And then this is where we start talking about numbers from 5 to 9. Again, this is just more not review, it's reviewing, right? Reviewing the numbers within Abacus. And then the idea was to be Abacus specific. So here they have to color in the person, right? And they'll notice that there's like 5 empty ones. So this is the number 5, and then we have trace the lines, right? And I try to get them to practice their lines, and they're just counting from 0, and then there's a 0. This is 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 2. So hopefully they could see that, right? And then here they have to trace the number, and after they trace the number, they have to find the abacus. And ideally, I would like them to color the counted abacus, so it'd be easier for them to understand. You could put them to write the number right here. Maybe I'll put an extra line there. So you put the number here. That'd be good, like that, right? And then we do the numbers. We have the mazes, right? More mazes, and then we do 10. And after 10, then we start talking about just numbering the pumpkins. This is more tracing. And then we have the spooky pairs. The spooky pairs is find the number. So you cut this out, and you cut it into separate separate cubes, separate squares, and then you have to match this one with this one, right? And you have to match the 9. Yeah, the 9 with the 9. And then you put it here. You put it here. That's what this is, matching the pair. So the idea is to match the number with the abacus. And then this is more cutting and pasting. So you take the ghost, and you have to find the house that it's haunting. So cut the square, and the ghost has to go to the haunted house. And then again, it goes all the way to 10. And then here is the clip. So here we have the numbers. Again, I want them to trace the numbers, right? A lot about practicing. And I give you some ideas how to use them. So after you cut it out, this is what's going to look like. Here is what's the other one. Let me see if I can find let me find one that's already cut. I did have it just lying around. Now it's like gone. Oh, here it is. Good. So this is the idea, is that it's a clip card, and this is the number 2. There's a number 2 right here. The idea was that if you find out what number 2 is, and then you have the number 2, right? And then you clip it like this. But because you're going to have a whole series, right? You can get them into sequential order, reverse order. You could do odds and evens and so forth. You could do a lot, and that's what I try to explain here. Like, there's different ways to like ordering the clip cards. The other way you could do it is this: if this is 2, right? What comes before 2? Well, 1 comes before 2, so there'd be one of those things, like kind of be interactive. Or you could do this one, like what comes after 2? Well, after 2 comes to 3. So the idea was this, to get them to understand the relationship of the number, and then also how to read the number. Okay, and that's it. And you could play memory with it. You could play memory, and then you could do like a finding, right? So here it says you could do ascending order, descending order, evens, odds. You can come what number comes before and what comes after, and then there's many ways you could play it, right? There's clip the number of the same, clip the number is the same, clip the number before, clip the number after, and then you can also play the memory game. So I tried to give you some ideas on how to use the cards, and then here, if you wanted to, maybe you should attach it to a cardstock, like glue it onto a cardstock or an index card, and then use it. You could do that too. And then you would, I don't know if I would get them to also color in the numbers as well, the counted beads. Only color in the counted beads. So this would be 7, right? This would be 8, and then this would be 9. Every time they color it in, they would count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then you can also get them to count the candies too. That was the idea too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I got that. And then counting backwards. So the idea was you start from 0, and then you go, backwards, and then there's a comparison. you have the abacus, and then you have the comparison of the numbers, and you have to figure out which one's bigger or less. And then that is the book. There is the answers in the back of the book as well. Excuse me. So that might be up the alley into Halloween. That's what I got. Yep. Let me know if you have any questions. Ooh, there's 9 of us. This is fantastic. Thank you so much for liking the live. Yeah, but I gotta put what I should do is I should put a abacus, an option to buy an abacus, so you can buy it for both. And there we go. So that's what's in stock right now. That's the Halloween one, and then the 2-digit maze, and then we have the preschool one. There we go. Yeah. Was there any specific books that you wanted to talk about? I'm going to put this back. All right, so how are we doing? Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you everybody for liking the live. How are we doing? How are we doing? Whew. Okay, so, oh, I forgot to add that. Okay, that's all right. I'll figure that out later. So, for those of you that just joined, thank you so much for joining. My name is Lynette, and we are going to be reading the abacus. So we have 1 on the abacus. I have 1 brick. I have 2 bricks, right? 2 bricks. 2 items and then 2 bricks. Thank you so much for liking live. This is 3, and then this is 3, right? We have 4. This is 4. That's 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. That's 4. Now, if I want to do 5, 5 will always be the top beat. So we have 5. 5, like that. There we go. That's what 5 is. And then we have 6, so we add it together. That'd be 5 plus 1 is 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. That's 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. We have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Is there any specific questions I can answer, any of you guys? Because the class is really small, so it's really customizable. It's really customizable for those of you that are interested. Any specific questions? Anything about Abacus? Anything about Abacus? How are we doing? If not, I can continue on with... what's this? This is a counting tool. Thank you, France War. This is a counting tool. It's a math tool to visualize your numbers. That's what it is. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We can learn how to read the abacus. So, I need to find my piece of paper. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So, if we want to do 1, right? 1 looks like 1. That's what 1 looks like. That's what 1 looks like, right? Oh, do you remember Roman numerals? We have 1 on the abacus, 1 on my Roman numerals, right? So we have 2 on the abacus. That's what 2. 2 on the Roman numerals. There, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 Roman numerals. And then 4, that's what 4 looks like. Can you review your Oh, I just did. Okay, we'll do it again. Let me do this run through and we'll do a review on the Halloween book. So we have 5 on the abacus, this is 5. And then we have 6 on the abacus, this is 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 7, 5 plus 2 is 7. And we have 8, 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9, and then 10. Excuse me, 10 is a 1 and a 0. Yep, let's do that. Let's go through the thing. Welcome back, 10. Welcome back. Yeah, I just got it in stock, and I was just trying to get it ready for... obviously I'm getting it ready for Halloween. So it's time to be able to talk about Halloween. Okay, so this is the Halloween book. The idea was to get them to... This was meant for young kids, right? That they're still learning their numbers. I didn't make one for the other concepts yet. But this is just for like the beginning. Like, it's supposed to... it's supposed to be a part of like the preschool stuff. But I kind of like it. So we have cut scissors. So in this one, you can you can trace it, right? You can trace it, and then after tracing it, they can cut it. After they cut it, and that's the exercise. And then I explain what an abacus is, and we start talking about the big brain notes, right? Understanding the abacus. And then here, they're supposed to find where the abacus is. It's not find the number, it's just find what the abacus looks like. And so the idea was just to get them to circle all the abacus. And then I have these mazes. So the first one is to be able to counting, right? We have, let's say we talk about one. Let's talk about one. And so the idea was understand that we're only using the one bead, color in the one column, and then this is the one, and so color the one in a 10 frame. And then the idea here was to trace the number. And then, hello, Jorge. Hello, how's it going? We're just doing a review on the Halloween book. It's only a Halloween counting book, and it goes all the way up to 10. 0 to 10. It was meant for ages 3 to 6. That's what it was. Board. Hello, board. It is 6:02. It's crazy how time flies. And so, thank you so much for joining. The idea is to start from here and then go down and figure out how the path, another maze, right? So you have to find all the ways to find the number one. The idea here was to also trace the numbers, whether or not they're number one. The idea was to get them to practice their fine motor skills. So we have our number one and then the word one, and then we have the number 9 and the word 5. So I wanted them to like trace all the words and all the numbers, and then they just follow the path. So this is going to here, but then the problem is what happens when there's a blank spot. The blank spot was meant for putting in Play-Doh. I call it a dough ball because I think Play-Doh is trademark. So the idea was to put in like one item there, and then obviously if I have like more items, like say for the 5, right, for the 5 maze, and there's a blank one, then they have to do 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have to figure out how they all fit it all into the little box, right? And I think it adds a little bit of interactivity. So that's it. So that's how you get 5. Oh, maybe I should do that one instead. So the idea was like 5 and then 5 and then 5 and then 5, right? So you could see that there's a path, and it goes all the way to the finish. And it's the same thing. Anytime that there is a blank space, that's where they're supposed to put in some stuff. So we have tracing the numbers, right? We trace the numbers, we color it in. This is the 10 frame, so they kind of get used to what it looks like. And then we go all the way to 10. And then after that, then we start doing activities of how to like match the number, color and counting. This one is the numbers, like counting forward. And then we have this spooky pair, which is you cut these out, you make it into squares, and then you match them up. So this one is related to this one. You match them up and you glue it to here. That's what that is. And I'm actually going to start using this one for my next class. And then we talk about the haunted house. So you take the ghost, and you're trying to match the ghost with the house that it's supposed to belong to. So this is a 0, so you're trying to find the abacus that's a 0. And then we have this thing called clip the Halloween. So it's a clothespin activity. And so what you're going to do is you're going to cut out, you're going to trace the word, have them cut it out. Don't you cut it out. Have them cut it out. And then after you get them to cut it out, you have to cut out the clip card. The clip card is again the same thing, right? This is the clip card. There's 2 items here. There's the number 2. And the idea to do the clip card is to take a clothespin and just clip it like that. That's the concept. And so you take the number 2 and you have to attach it to that. So then you can actually go further into it. You could say, okay, well, there's 2. What comes before 2? Well, 1 comes before 2. Okay, well, you have 2. What comes after 2? So then you start talking about the relationship of the numbers. So 1, right? 1, 2, 3. So 3 is after 2. There we go. And so when we look at it, that's what I'm trying to do. And then I give you like other ways to sort the cards, right? You can sort by ascending order, descending order, evens, odds. You can talk about what comes before and what comes after, right? And as you pile it on. So that's the plan on that one. And then we talk about counting backwards, and then we start talking about comparison, which one's bigger and which one's less than in comparison of the abacus. And that's it. That's the book. And then I have answers in the back of the book. And this is a lot about just making sure that they understand their numbers. So I hope that made sense. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you. I do appreciate it. This was one of my earlier books. but I'm getting better and better at, obviously getting better at making interactive stuff. I do believe that they like it. There's already a student that have gone through and they enjoyed it. Yeah. Thank you. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, how are we doing? Thank you everybody for joining. Wow, we're at 10K. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Hello everybody. Hello. Today we are, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing some more Abacus. We don't do everything yet. We always do it. Oh, thank you, Franz. Thank you, Franz. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
This is all based on the Abacus. And what I was trying to do is I was trying to make it more available to the mainstream and try to make it more fun for mainstream math. And so that was the idea. And then what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to read the Abacus. So it's okay for the kids to go through it, but it's also good that for us to understand it. So here we have my number. If you notice, I'm going to start, this is my ones place, and then I have this one here. This is my thousands. When you look, the thousands, there's a comma right here. This is what the comma is. So if I have 3,456, that's what I would have. That's what this number is. But then if I wanted to make it more, right, I can use all of the columns. I could do 73,456 point. So the decimal sits between the ones and the tenths. And then what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the Abacus. So every column is a place value. It becomes part of the system to really understand how the place values are. It's not difficult for the kids to understand place values because they could see it on the Abacus, right? So on the Abacus, we're trying to visualize our number. So we have 20 and we have 5. So that's what that looks like. So we have 73,456.25. And then if I did this number right here, if I did that number right here, it would be this.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
Yes. So we have 55,000, right? We have 55,555.55. That's what that would be. So if I did all eights, if I did a whole row of eights, it'd be like this. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 8, 8. But then if I want to do nines, so it'd be 9.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
So we have 99,999.99. That's what that would be. And then notice that we can, these are labels, right? So you can actually choose any labels to be your ones place. So if this one would be your ones place, or this can be your ones place. If you choose this one to be your ones place, then you move everything over and it will look like that, right? So we have our 1, and then now we're going to count by Roman numerals. We do 1, that's what 1 looks like. We have 2, that's what 2 looks like. We have 3, this is what 3 on the Roman numerals looks like. We have 4, right? 4 is 1, 1, 1, 1. 5 is the top beat. 6 is 5 plus 1. 7 is 5 plus 2. 8 is 5 plus 3. And then 9, 5 plus 4. Then we can count to 10. That's what 10 would look like. But that's like if you choose this one to be your ones place. But I like to choose this one over here, like a Pokemon.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
Because then it'd be very similar. So let's do another review, but this time with tally marks. So we have 1 on the Abacus, 2 tally marks, 2 on the Abacus, 2. We have 3. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, they're being counted. So this is 3 on the Abacus, that's 3 tally marks. We have 4 tally marks, then it's 4 on the Abacus. We have 5. 5 is the slash. Excuse me. 5 is a slash, and then if we add the 5, right, 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6, and then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. There's 8. 5 plus 3 is 8, and then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then 10 is just exactly the same how you say it. 1 and 0. And there you are. All right. So, anybody have any specific questions about the Abacus? We're going to keep going on into how to move the beads. Thank you everybody for joining. So this one is my preschool book. This preschool book was meant for third, fourth, and fifth graders. No, ages 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Sorry, the vocabulary just escaped me for a moment. So the idea for this one is to get them to understand what the numbers are as it pertains to Abacus. And so we talk about the numbers 0 to 4, and then I have activities for them. So the activities are to add and subtract, or add how to read the numbers from 0 to 4, and then we start talking about the numbers between 0 and 9. And then we have activities for combining all the numbers that they just learned. And then after that, we start counting forward. After counting forward, we count backwards. After counting backwards, we count what's in between. After what's in between, we talk about what's surrounding. And after what's surrounding is the comparison. After the comparison is the adding and subtracting. All right. So with adding and subtracting, all we got to do is move the beads. We don't focus on the result. We focus on the process. So when we're looking at it, hello, Precious Web. Hello, Precious Web. How are you doing today? I do have the adult book available in my TikTok shop if you are interested. Let me pin that. Okay. How are we doing? Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So, thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for following. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the real world.
Welcome to the real world.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Okay. So, for those of you... Okay, how are we doing? Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of moving stuff around. Okay, there we go. Great. Well, that's even better. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. So for those of you who are here, let me know how's it going. I guess I'm just going to use this for a little bit. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Okay. So what we're going to do something really simple, what we call in Abacus world, simple adding. The reason why it's called simple adding is because we don't need to use any formulas. We just need to check if we have enough, right? So when we add the 1, the idea is to add the 1. Adding the 1 means the second number. Why? Because we don't, on the Abacus world, we do not focus in on the result. We focus in on the process, right? We marry the process, divorce the result, divorce the answer. I think that's what it is. Okay. So our question is actually 7. So we have 7 on the abacus, like 5, 6, 7. We have 7 on the abacus, and then we want to add the 1. To add the 1, what are we going to do? We got to add the 1. All we got to do is add it up. That's it. All right. I think. Okay. So then, after this, I think I'm going to head out. I'm going to take a little break and go for dinner, and then come back again. So our next number is 7 on the abacus. I want to add the 2. To add the 2, can you do it? Yes, you can. Yes, can you add the 2? Where are we?
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
No, that's not it. It's this one. Yes, we can add the 2. So all we got to do is add these 2, right? So what we're doing is we're doing simple adding and subtracting. It's the same thing with the 3, right? In Abacus, in mainstream world, you could do like the dots, right? Which is just 5 dots plus 3 dots, or you could do it through the Abacus way, which is 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And now you could supertize that this is 8. However, you could also do it with the tally marks, which is I just showed you how to do it with the tally marks, right? So, but on the Abacus, it's actually scalable. On the Abacus, we can actually say 50 plus 30. 50 plus 30 is equal to 80. That's how we can supertize. Whereas there's a whole lot of dots if you were to have to write it out. We go one step further. We can do 500 plus 300 is equal to 800. Again, supertizing. Supertizing means that you can look at the question, You can look at the number and you know what it is. So it's very easy to see that this is 8. We have 5 on top and 3 on the bottom. When you start grouping things like that, and then everything is labeled, right? So there are ones or tens or hundreds or thousands or 10,000s. So it's easy to see what we're doing. Okay. So thank you, Big Sonic. Thank you, Big Sonic. So then we have plus 3. Oh no, we already did that. We have plus 4. Notice when we add the 4, you go to the horizontal bar. If you subtract, you go away from the horizontal bar. So this number right here is not actually negative 1. It is actually minus 1. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to take away the 1. When we take away the 1, like this, so if I have 9 on the abacus, I want to take away the 1. All I got to do is just take it away from the horizontal bar. Hello, Bryant. Hello. Can we do my business stats homework on live? You can go right ahead, Connor. You can start your own. You can start your own live and you can do your business stats. Go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you. But thank you for dropping by. Okay, so we're going to continue on, right? If I have 6 on the abacus, right, and I want to take away the 1, all I got to do is just take away the 1. There we go. So we have the answer is 5. Again, we're going to divorce the results and marry the process. The process is not negative. It's not negative 2. It's take away 2, right? So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to understand how to take away the 2. When we have the 9 on the abacus, I want to take away 2. I just take away these 2 beats. That's all we're doing. So, okay? And then that's what it is. So my final answer is 7. So we can do it again with the minus 3. If I have 4 on the abacus, you can take away 3. There we go. Take away the 3. So I have 4, take away 3. Notice I take away from the horizontal bar. 1 is my answer. That makes sense. Oh, good. Oh, good, Precious Web. This one's okay. Great. I don't remember where you left off at. I think you were left off when I was like further down the concepts. But these are really supposed to be simple for children, and so that's what this preschool math book is for. And then what we do is if the kids are older, then I would start them off with the mazes. Yeah. Okay, so how we have this one. So that's the other thing is like in Abacus world, if you know how to add, you will know how to subtract, right? We're not doing anything different. Whereas in mainstream math, there's always going to be a new strategy for learning how to add or learning how to. There's always a new strategy for adding and a different strategy for subtracting. But in Abacus, if you know how to add, you know how to subtract. So if I have 8, 9, right? If I want to have 4 on the abacus, I want to add, I go to the horizontal bar. When I subtract, I go away from the horizontal bar. Hello, Doughboy, good evening. I got this one, but I don't know if I like it so much.
No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
I don't know if I like that one so much. I don't think anybody would understand it. So, that's what I got. What else did I get? I got this one.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah. Yes. I looked for it and I was like, hello, YK, hello. Yeah, this morning was really crazy with all those trolls. How crazy was that? Yeah, welcome everybody, welcome. I'm happy you guys are all here. Sorry, I'm looking at YK's username finally. I finally took the time to do it. As someone who loves math, this is basic finger counting. Yeah, but I don't know if you have like 1,000 fingers, because that'd be crazy. This would be like 3,000. I don't know how you count 3,000 on your fingers. You could do 8,000, or I could do 18,000. Did you get the Truman Show? Oh, I did. It was this one.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I like that one. I do like that one. I probably use that one a little bit more with my other morning stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Doughboy. No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the help with the sound bites, because people like my sound bites, and I gotta keep up with my game, you know. So, Yeah, Andrew, if you could do basic counting on your fingers, that's great. I am happy for you. So we're going to continue on. And when I want to add the 6, that's what we're going to do. We're going to add the 6. But if I already have the 2 on the abacus, I'm going to add 6. Remember, remember 6 is 1 on the bead, 1 top bead, 1 bottom bead. That's what 6 is. So if I have 3 on the abacus, when I want to add 6, I do 1 top bead, 1 bottom bead, and you bring it together. And that together is equal to 9, if that makes sense, right? So it's the same thing with the 7, right? 7 is 1 bead on top, 2 beads on the bottom. That's what 7 is. But if I already have 2 beads on the abacus, then how do I add 7? To add the 7, it's 1 bead on top, 2 beads on the bottom, and then my final answer is 9. Same thing with the 8, right? So we have 8 is 1 bead on top, 3 beads on the bottom. That's what 8 is. But if I have 1 already on the abacus and I want to add the 8, do I have enough? Yeah, because I have 1 bead on top, 3 bead on the bottom, and you add it just like that. So when we're looking, now we know how to add. But to subtract, all we got to do is go the reverse. So I have 9 on the abacus. I want to take away 5. This is not negative 5. This is take away 5. So this is minus the 5. Excuse me. So my final answer is 4. Now, if I want to do 6, remember what 6 is. 6 is 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. If I have 9 on the abacus, I want to take away 6. To take away the 6 is 1 bead on top and 1 bead on bottom. And you push it away like that. Thank you, Crispy. Thank you so much for the gift. Right? So my final answer is 3. Now we can do it again with the 7. We can do 9 and then take away 7. Again, 7 is 1 bead on top, 2 beads on the bottom, take away 7, right? But if I already have 9 on the abacus, I want to take away 7. Again, it's still 1 bead on top and 2 beads on the bottom. You take it away. So my final answer is 2. And that's it. So that is this book. And what I found, it was really interesting, like in mainstream math, they want to tell the kids that they have to memorize how to make a 9. But in Abacus, we don't need to memorize how to make a 9 because we have this thing called if we have enough beads, right? So if I want to add the 8, I just look, do I have enough? Yeah. That's all I need to do. I don't need to memorize how to make a 9. Same thing with let's do 3, right? So I have 3 on the abacus. Oh, look, I have 6. All I got to do is just add the 6. Right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand how to read the abacus. And when we understand how to read the abacus, we can go into adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. That's what we're going to do. All right. Oh, yeah. Andrew, can you do, how do you do multiplication on your abacus? How do you do multiplication on your fingers? That would be really interesting to know. Oh, I don't know if Andrew's still around. I'm sorry. I don't mean to taunt you. Maybe he heard this.
No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
Yeah, it was really crazy this morning. It was a lot of like trolls. Crazy. Anyways, they all just decided to wake up today. Anyways, so we're going to continue on. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. What we're going to do is we're learning how to read the abacus, and we're just going to do a review. So here is my abacus. An abacus is a tool to visualize your numbers. And if you'll notice that I have this dot. This dot is my ones place, and then this will be it. So I have my ones, my tens, my hundreds, my thousands, my 10,000s. Getting the process is not the answer. That's correct. The idea is to know how to move the beads. The idea is once you learn how to move the beads, the answer will reveal itself on the abacus. Yeah. That's the difference. The difference is that the abacus will reveal the answer. So it'd be like magic. I don't know about these. I can't get rid of the default ones. Anyways, so we're going to continue on. So we have 3,000. So this is my ones place because I have a label here. I have another label here. That would be like my comma for my thousands. So I have 3,456. That's what that is. If I want to take it one step further, I could do 73,456.25. 73,456.25. Let me know if I talk too fast. I know I have that. I know I talk fast, but let me know if you have any questions or I need to slow down. So, for those of you that are just coming in, thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
everybody's always asking me, well, what happens to the top beat? The top beat is always going to be the value of 5, no matter what.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So this is 55,555.55. Some people might wonder, like, this is actually 10. I said, no, 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 this is not 10, because this is a representation of 5. This is a representation of 5. You do not add them together. To get 10, that's what 10 would look like, right? Where's the sound coming from? It's coming from my computer. Welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
It is coming from my computer. So we have another one right here, right? If I did 99.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
So we have 99,999.99. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy you guys like my sound bites. These are very curated sound bites. Hello, Kim. Hi, Kim. How's it going? Oh, Dark Choco. Thanks for the ageism.
Bueller.
So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on how to read the abacus. How's it going, Kim? Were you able to marinate on all the information that I gave you? Do you have any other specific questions about the abacus? Because I'm just going to go through the same... I'm just doing a review right now. So here we are with the Roman numerals. I don't know if anybody remembers the Roman numerals, but with the Roman numerals, this would be 1, that would be 1, right? I'm going to use this one to be my ones place. And then this would be 2, this is 2. This is 3, 1, 2, 3, this is 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. 5 will always be the top beat. 5 is the top beat. I think repetition will help you. Is the current year, I think. Okay, great. Thank you, Juan. So if, what? No? What? 2, 2, 2, 10, 10, 5. Well, on the abacus, it would look like this. 20,025. That's what that would look like. Oh, good. Love the videos. Keep it up. Oh, thank you, Marcos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I was trying to I should post a little bit more. You're right. I should post a little more. So that's what the year is. 2025, right? When we're looking, we have 2025. That's what this year is. All right. So we have our next number. We have 5 on the abacus, right? That's the 5. And then we have 6. We have 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Hello. Hello, Marissa. Never understood how to use these, but after watching, I'm starting like, oh good, oh good. I'm sorry, oh good. Yeah, it's not difficult. It's simple to use and easy to understand. You just got to go over through the barrier. So this is actually 10. Why? Because this is my ones place right here. Notice that there's a dot right here. This is my ones place. Oh, thank you, Juan, so much for the rose. Oh, can't see it. Thank you, Juan, so much for the rose. Thank you so much for the rose. All right. Yeah, good. All right. I got to do this one. So, okay. 10. So this is the ones, this is the tens. And we can count by, 11. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. So when we're looking at it, this would be 2 and a 0. 2 and a 0. Easy. Because it's a representation of the numbers that we have. That's why. Okay. So we're going to go into adding and subtracting now. Let me know if I talk too fast. I know I do. Let me know if I talk too fast and I can slow down. Or if you don't understand a concept, let me know. And we can work it a different way. There's no real... Everybody... oh, that didn't work. Everybody learns a different way. Okay. So... what am I doing? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. So we're going to understand this concept. This concept is how to make a 5. I'm sorry, gotta do this. There we go. The concept is how to make a 5. Oh, thank you so much, Juan, for checking it out. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. Thank you. Thank you so much, Juan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the gifts. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Okay. So, we're doing the +5. For those of you that are interested, I do have this available in my TikTok shop. It is over here. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you so much for liking the live, everybody. Thank you so much for liking the live. We're going to continue on understanding how to make a 5. This is a very basic concept, right? But the idea is to understand how to move the beads. Again, what we're looking for is the process. Marry the process and divorce the result. The result is the answer, and we all know what the answer will be, right? We all know what our destination is. Our destination is to all die. That's a little morbid, I know. But so that's why we have to enjoy the process. In Abacus, we enjoy the process. You understand the process to get to there, your answers will show up on the Abacus by itself. So the first question we're going to do right now is understand how to make 4 + 4. That's too easy. Yes, I know, it's very easy. It is very, very easy. But I'm trying to show you a concept that we do in Abacus world. Let me get this all out. Okay. Oh, I need this one instead. Here is the question. 4 + 4, right? 4 + 4 is the question. That didn't work. There we go. 4 + 4. So we have 4 on the Abacus. There's 4. Now on my Abacus, I have 4. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have this 4 here, but I have no more room. I have no more room to add 4. I'm not going to. Hello, Becky. Ah, yes, it is. So we want to add the 4, but to add the 4, we do not want to do here, right? The reason why is because this would be 44. What we need to do is we need to add 4 over here. We need to add 4 to the ones place. There's no more room to add 4 in the ones place. So what do? I have this nickel. This nickel is worth 5. Because I have this nickel and I cannot break it apart, because 5 is too much, I need to take away the 1. So I take away the 1, and then I get my 5. I'm sorry, I get my answer. 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can do it again on the Abacus. Add the 5, take away the 1, and my final answer is 8. Let's do it a different way. There's these cubes I have, right? Let's see if this works. So there's 4 cubes, right? There's 4 beads on my Abacus like that. There's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I try to make them color-coded. Oh, yeah, that's right. Were you here for that? Oh, yeah, Doughboy. I made it color-coded. Just for you. I don't know if Doughboy's still here. So here's my color coding, right? This is the first one. This is the first 4, right? This is the second 4. Now when you look, what I need to do is I need to make a 5. I got to round this one up to 5. What do I got to do? How do I make a 5 to a 4? To do that, I got to add the 1. The 1 has to come from somewhere. The 1 comes from the previous number. So we get the information from here, and we got to take it away. So we take it away from here, we take it away from here, and we add it to here. This becomes 5. Notice, oh, that didn't work. Notice that this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because I take away 1, I have enough room to add the 5. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, I don't know if that helps. But yeah, Doughboy, I don't know if Doughboy's here anymore. But I did that. Because Doughboy mentioned to color code the bricks. I don't know if the cubes really helped. What do you think? Does that make sense? So we could do it again on the next one, right? Because I know it's a different way of, it's a different concept. We need to add in order to subtract. Hello, Dracula. Thank you for joining.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? We got to subtract in order to add. Well, what happens is we add too much. So here we do. We go 3 on the Abacus like that. We go 3 on the Abacus. I want to add 4 like this. Oh, really? Oh, good. Doughboy actually asked for it. He mentioned that maybe it was a good idea. And I was like, okay, let me try what I can do. So that's what I did. So the idea was that it was supposed to mimic these beads right here. So I have three up here, and then 4 here. Instead, we take away 1 from the 3. Yes, exactly, Emily. Yes. So you take away 1 from here, right? You take away 1 from here. Oops, sorry. You take away 1 from here. So that leaves you to make a 5. I've made a 5, and this becomes blue. I've made a 5. There we go. Easy. That's the concept. We are now literally making a 5. We are literally making a 5 because this 4 needs to make a 5. We're going to take this bottom number and we got to round it to 5. We got to round it up to 5. But to do that, we need to get another cube. The extra item comes from the previous number. That's why. Okay, we could do it again. So if I have 2 on the abacus, I have 2 on the abacus. Excuse me. We have 2 on the abacus. I want to add 4. There's no more room to add the 4. There's no more room to add the 4. So what do? Well, I have to take away the 1, so I can add it to make my 4, right? Why? Because I want to make this 4, I need to add 1. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Where do you get the 1 from? The 1 comes from the 2. So now when I put it all together, this becomes 5. That becomes 5. Yes, exactly. Make sense? That's it. So there's this whole set. It's the same thing if I want to add a 1, add a 3, add a 2, right? These are the pairs that we need to do. The pairs of how to make a 5. So we could do it again with the 3. Hello, Machiavelli. Hello, Machiavelli. How's it going? Okay, so here we go. We have 3 on the abacus, right? 1, 2, 3. Here it is. No, we have 4 on the abacus. So we have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There we go. Here we go. 4 on the abacus. I want to add 3. To add 3, guess what? You're going to make this one. What do we do? What are my plans for tonight? Oh, thank you for asking.
James, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. So here we go again. When we want to take away, when we want to make we want to add a 3. We're going to add a 3 to the abacus. When we add the 3 here, there's no more room to add. So what do? We know we can round up to 5, right? But to do that, we need to take away 1. Oh no, we can't take away 1. We have to take away 2. So minus the 2, and this becomes 5. See that? And that becomes my 5. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. That's what we did. That's how we do it. That's how it works. And we could do it again up here. So I have 3 on the abacus, right? I have 3 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3. Right? I want to add another 3. To add another 3. To add another 3. Right? What do we got to do? Well, to make a 3, how do you make a 3? Making a 3, I need to find a 2. Right? I need to find a 2 to make a 5. Because we need to round up. So if I have 3 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3. 1, okay, 3. 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. That's what it is, right? I don't want to do this because that would be 33. Thank you, Machiavelli, for sharing. So I want to add it to here, but there's no more room to add the 3. I have to round up to 5. But to do that, how do I make this 5? 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Where am I going to get the 2 from? The 2 has to come from the previous number. So we have to take it away from here. So you minus the 2 and you add it to the second number. And this becomes 5. That becomes 5. And so my final answer is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Hello, Alex. Hello, Landon. So it's just like drifting. I don't know if anybody knows how to drift.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Right. So that's what it is. And this is the concept. Concept is different than mainstream math. Mainstream math, I don't know how they explain it. I think what they do is they talk you about counting up. But in Abacus, we don't need to count up. Yeah, you turn right to go left. Exactly. It's the same thing. You need to subtract in order to add. So you need to subtract from here in order to add to here. Yeah. And so it's the same thing, right? But notice, if I do this, if I do 3 plus 1, 1 plus 3, the question is do I need to do it for this? No, I don't, because there's already enough beads. So you don't need to overextend, always use a formula. You only use a formula when you need it. The question is, do you have enough beads to add the 3? Yes, just add it. 1, 2, 3. So my final answer is 4. There we go. You got it all wrong? Oh. You got it all wrong, just joined. That's funny. That's a funny screen name. All right. So we could do it again with the 2. So that's what it is, right? The idea is to understand the concept. This is a concept. You know, I know you guys know these are super simple to do it, right? But the idea is not to memorize. The idea is to understand what we're trying to do. So we have 4 on the abacus, right? And I want to add 2. So I have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I want to add 2. To add the 2, there's not enough. What do? I have to find 3 from somewhere. I have to make this a 5, right? To make this a 5, I got to find 3 from somewhere. But to find the 3, where I go? Well, I take it from here, right? I take it from here. I minus the 3. I minus the 3. And then I add it to my 2. Now I've made a 5. Now I've made a 5. So my final answer is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. And that's it. So guess what? If you know how to add, you know how to subtract. If you know this concept, you'll know how to do the second concept. And the second concept we talk about is carrying over. Whew. Okay. Carrying over. Carrying over is how to make a 10. And that's another thing that we're doing as well. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Oh, thank you for 15,000 likes. Let's do some celebration. Super great with the cube. Thank you, Miracles. It was a suggestion from Doughboy. Thank you. Yes, I wasn't sure about it. Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you so much for tapping it out. Yeah, I took some time to marinate on what of all of the advice. Right? I guess it's advice. Suggestions. Of all of the suggestions, I do take account of all of the suggestions that I have and trying to work it into the system, you know what I mean? So now I'm trying to figure out how can I productize this? Because I know it can be really simple, but I don't know if it's this way or the other way. I haven't figured that out yet. Let's get to 30,000. Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. So we're gonna continue on, right? And then if you know we're doing the 2. So because we're doing the 2, we could do it again over here. Why? How do I know? Because there's not enough beads to add the 2. There's only 1 bead here. If there's not enough beads to add the 2, what do? Okay, so we have 3 on the abacus, right? And I want to add 2. But to add the 2, I have to round up to make that 5 because there's no more room to add 2. So if I round up, so I take away 3 from here, right? I take away 3 from here and I add it to my 2. So now I've made a 5. I've made a 5. So my final answer is just 5. And it's the same thing with the 1. The 1 is the same thing. So we have 3 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3. And we add the 1. Do we need to use a formula? No. We don't need to use a formula. We just add it. Hi, Ray. How's it going? We could do the same thing with the 4. No, we can't, because there's no more room to add the 1. This is where you have to use the formula. So we have 4 on the abacus, right? I want to add 1. Guess what? There's not enough room to add the 1. There's not enough room to add the 1. What do? I got to take away the 4 to make it here. Add it back to the 1 to make a 5. So my final answer is 5. I am better. I'm better. Allergies are still pretty crazy. Allergies are still pretty crazy, but I know I'm not like hyped up right now. I'm pretty mellow right now. I am out of my norm right now, and I'm feeling a little sleepy, so I might actually have to take a little break and then come back again. Thank you, Ray. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And it's the same thing for taking away the 10. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Yeah. The hustle is a struggle, though. The hustle is a struggle, and I do find it gratifying to be able to teach Abacus to everybody. Hello, Al. Yeah, we're teaching US. Yeah, I totally love it. I really love teaching, and I really like it when people make the connections and then they have that comments and feedback and stuff. And it's just very interesting. And then I do also like cooking trolls. Oh, I do like cooking trolls. Hey, can you show me how to do 324 plus 578 on the Abacus? I can't understand it. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that because the class is still very small. You are very lucky, Danny. I see your name now. Because I didn't have the time to see your full name and try to decipher what it says. I understand moving up and down trig 5. Maybe to just visualize moving the blocks up to match them. But then it defeats the purpose of this one to be... So then if I do that, like I wonder, right? Because if the 1 is down here, this one has to be, so then I would have to move it up here and then do that. I guess so. Or I'd have to make it up here or something. See, and then add the 5. I could do that. I don't know. It's okay, all our hearts might. I don't know. I gotta figure out. I still gotta figure out the mechanics on this, but that makes sense. Let me think about that a little bit more. Precious Web, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit faster. For those of you that don't understand, let me know, and then we'll take it a little bit slower. But let's go into understanding how to add 324. Let's see this number. Let's see this question. All right. Thank you, Ray. So 324. 324. Yes, this is very helpful. Okay. 300. Nope, I don't like that. It's about consistency. Top to bottom running total. More important when more than... Yes, exactly. 3, 2, 4 plus 5, 7, 8. Now, there's two things. You can either go left to right or right to left. And we're going to go both ways. We're going to go both ways. That's a running joke. Because we're going to do this one first, and then we go from left to right. That's what we're going to do first. So, on the abacus, we do 3, 2, 4. And then what do? We add the 5. Can you add the 5? Yes, you can. You can add the 5. Can you add the 7? Yes, you can. You can add the 7. Okay, so this is what becomes a two-step equation. Why? Because now we're here. What is the formula? Does anybody remember what the formula to add the 8? How do I make a 10 with an 8? To make a 10 with an 8, I need to make it a 2, right? So when I read it, it will be 8. Many of us go both ways. Yes, thank you, Danny. Yes, it is 8 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 2. So you got to take the 2 away from the 4, right? But then you got to add the 10. 1, 0. That's what we need to do. We need to add the 1. We need to add a 0. Add the 1. Adding 1 is right here. This 1 cannot do because there's no more room. So what do we do? How do we add the 1? Adding the 1 is what? Minus the 9 plus the 10. So minus the 9 plus the 10. So my final answer is 9, 0, 2. Let's do it a different way. Let's do it the other way. So let's do 8 first. Same thing, right? 3, 2, 4. I want to add 8. To add the 8, I have to plus the 10 minus the 2. So I plus the 10 minus the 2. 1, 2, right? Then I got to add the 7. Oh, look. Adding the 7 cannot do, right? How do you add the 7? You need to plus 7 is equal to minus the 3 plus the 10. So we're going to plus the 3. I'm sorry, take away the 3 and then plus the 10. And then our final answer is plus the 5. So again, my answer is 9, 0, 2. So it all depends on which way you go. Did that make sense? So that's what it is. And these are the formulas that we were using, right? So this one is called a two-step, I call it a two-step equation because you have to embed one formula into another formula. Oh, it's easier going from right to left. Is it always that way or should I go right to left? Husband is talking about is talking the whole time. It would be easier. You know what? Try it out. Try it out. If you go from left to right or right to left, I would try it out. You might feel it more nice. You might feel it more easier if you go from left to right. Or you might feel it easier going from right to left. Try it out. I think as adults it'd be good to be able to go both ways. Does that make sense? So, did you want me to do it again, Precious? So we could do it again. We could do 324. And then we have added the 5. So we're going to go from left to right. We add the 5. All we got to do is add the 5. We're going to add the 7. That's simple enough. And then we add the 8. To add the 8, we're going to minus the 2 plus the 10. So we minus the 2 plus the 10. Minus the 2, minus the 2, add the 10. Adding the 10, this is right here. We cannot add any more. Because we cannot add any more, we have to utilize this number. We have to utilize this formula. Minus the 9 plus the 10. So you take away the 9 and you plus the 10. So my final answer is 92. Now if I did it the other way, right? If I did it the other way, I still need to, I have 3, 2, 4. I'm going to plus the 10 minus the 2. Still got to do that. Minus the 10 minus the 2 plus the 10. And then this is where I cannot do it, right? I got to use the formula. Plus the 7 is equal to minus the 3 plus the 10. So I have to minus the 3 plus the 10. And then I can add the 5. That's what it is. Add the 5. And so my final answer is 902. Ooh, you know what I should do? I'm going to try to do this. Let's see. What if I did highlights? Rename, recorded highlight. Save to center. Record. Okay. What if I did, I don't know. Okay. So, thank you everybody. So, does that make sense? Precious, is that alright? Did that make sense or do you want me? I get it, but can't do it. No, this is a little bit more advanced because you have to know your formulas, right? Your formulas is what you need to do. So these are formulas that you really need to memorize before you can get to this part. This is like a more intermediate. This is more intermediate. So this is not, yeah, because you just came in like yesterday. So it takes a little time to understand the formulas. Once you understand the formulas, then it'll be easier to like get through it. But for right now, as long as you've memorized your formulas, you'll be fine. All right. I lost it again. Gosh. I always do that. I always lose my place cards. Okay. Oh, I don't know anymore. I thought I put it away nicely. I tried to put it away, but I guess I didn't. Alright, so do we have another question? Okay, so let's try this one. Alright, let me think of more problems. Alright, I'm still learning the formulas, it's fun, yeah. I got it from right to left, but, oh yeah, but left to right, I had no idea. Yeah, I see that, but don't forget, this thing right here is a two-step equation. That's why I call it a two-step equation, because you really need to know your formula. You really need to know your formulas. Like, down pat. It is not here. Oh my gosh. How can I lose it? I always lose my placeholders. I was cleaning up and then I can't find it anymore. No, I think it's in this one. Ah, here it is. Yeah, you really need to know your formulas. Once you know your formulas, then you'll be set. But that's the thing, right? Like, we keep going forward, but that's the thing is you need to really know your formulas. And you know, and you can't really go, excuse me, you can't really compare to me because I've been doing this for 20 years. Excuse me, I've been doing it for 20 years. So if I did this, here's my little, right? You need to do that. You are making me want a cup of tea. Oh, good. Or tea with caffeine? That would not be good. Herbal tea. So this is the making of the 5. Plus the 4 equals to plus the 5 minus the 1. Or, you know, so forth. But that's what this is, right? The idea for this one was to do a dry erase and to get you to practice how to, you know, write out your formulas and stuff. Writing out your formulas and saying out loud would be a good practice. One is to keep your language skills up to speed, as well as understanding what you're trying to say. So here in the dry erase, right? What it is plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. The idea here was to move this 1 over to the other side of the equal sign, but it's still the same, right? If you really think about it, all we're doing is we're just kind of shifting things around. We're just doing some modifications.
You need modifications! Modify! Modify!
Oh, that didn't work. Yep. So, when we're looking at it, right, and then see how I would do a minus here? I can't even get it from going from right to left. It's so funny. All right, we'll do that. Let's do that. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay. I need to find more paper. Where are you getting these questions from? Chat GPT? Or from another website? Or from a, what? From a Abacus app? Yeah, I just asked chat to give me random questions. I tried to do it on the Abacus. Yeah. Okay. The problem with chat is that it doesn't give it to you by stages. And that's why I have the book. That's why I have the book. The book gives it to you in stages. Because now you're just kind of, you're not being structured when you learn Abacus. Alright. So we'll just work with this. Okay. We have 4, 2, 7. But yeah, Danny, I think this would be the last one for now. And then I think I'm going to go for dinner. And then we got to figure it out. So we're going to go from, we're going to do left to right first. Chamomile. Oh, hey. Okay. 3, 7, 9. So we do first, right, left to right. So we add the 4. Okay. How do we add the 3? You let me know. Let me see. Let me test you out. What formulas are we doing? Let me know what formulas we're doing. I want to add the 3 to here. To add the 3, what do I do? Oh, maybe I should do this. There we go. I want to add the 3. What do I do? See, if you can't tell me what to do, then you got to go back to the basics. You can't just be jumping all over the place. How do you add this? What's the formula? Thank you, Star Child. Yes, thank you. So plus the 3 is equal to plus the 5 minus 2. So add the 5 minus, add the 5 minus the 2. So then we're here, right? Can I add the 9? How do I add the 9? Thank you, Danny. Yes, good. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Star Child. How do I add the 9? Adding the 9. Yes, thank you. Plus the 10 minus the 1. Plus the 10 minus the 1. There we go. Right? I want to add the 8. How do you add the 8? 8 is equal to, because we're doing 8 over here, right? So what is plus the 8? Plus the 8 is, thank you, Star Child. Yes, plus the 8 is plus the 10 minus the 2. So we're over here. Plus the 10 minus the 2. Plus the 10 minus the 2. And then we do the 5. What's wrong with this? This is all kind of... So adding of the 5. How do we add the 5? Plus 5 is equal to... Plus 5. We need to add the 5 here. Plus the 5 is what? Minus the 5 plus the 10. Minus the 5 plus the 10. So my final answer is 7, 2, 6, 1. Yep, yep. So even if we do it the other way, so if we did it the other way, I need to find a different color. Let's do this color. Even if I did it the other way, oh, I see. If you did it the other way, 4, 2, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so let's do this way, right? This is from right to left. We add the 5. So we did it already. Plus the 5 is equal to plus the 10 minus 5. Plus the 10 minus the 5. And then plus 8. We have that. 8 is equal to plus the 10 minus 2. Plus the 10 minus the 2. And then we do plus the 9. Aha. So plus the 9 is what? Plus the 9 is minus the 1 plus the 10. Minus the 1 plus the 10. How do we plus 1 here? I see. Thank you. How do we plus 1 right here? This is another 2-step, but it's on a different number. It's on a 10. How do you plus... Oh, it's not 8? Thank you, Star Child. Yes. Plus the 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus 4. Plus the 5 minus the 4. Did I not do it right? Oh, I didn't do it right. Sorry. So, 4, 2, 7, 6. So we added the 5, added the 2, added the 9. Not 7. I'm doing it wrong. No, wait. Oh, yeah. And then plus the 3. Oh, got it. Sorry. So it's 4, 2, 7, 6. 5, right? 8, 9, and then 3. What? Oh, forgot that. And then 3. There you go. So yeah, I see. 8. Yeah, turn it into 5. Thank you, Carsey. Yes, exactly. Yep. So this is where it becomes a two-step equation right here. Sorry, my brain's still foggy from all my allergies. So I got it though. I got it. So we do it again. Right? We have 4, 2, 7, 6. So even if we do it this way, it's 5 minus the 5 plus the 1. We do 8 minus the 2 plus the 10. We do 9 minus the 1 plus the 1. And then we plus the 3. There we go. Yep. Now it's easier from left to right. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to go both ways. If you can go both ways, you'll be more flexible. Okay, so our last question over here. And then I'm going to sign off, and then I'll come back in about a couple of hours. Because, yeah, oh, I'm going to have dinner. That's why. So we have 43 on the abacus, right? 43. I want to add the 9 and add the 7. Add the 9, add the 7. Which one do you want to do first? Left to right? Okay, let's do left to right first. So the first one we're going to do is left to right. So plus the 7, I don't know if you can see that. Plus the 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus 3. Plus the 10 minus the 3. And then we do the 9. Plus 9 is equal to plus the 10 minus 1. Plus the 10 minus the 1. So my answer here is, 122. I could do it again. Let's do it again. So I have 4379, right? And I do it the other way. So I did 43 on the abacus. I want to add the 9. To add the 9, what do? Plus the 10 minus the 9. Well, plus the 9, can I do it? Plus the 10 minus the 1. Plus the 10 minus 1. So let's minus the 1, right? We want to add the 10. To here, to add the 10, we need to plus the 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus 4. Plus the 5 minus the 4. And then add the 7. 7 is what? Plus the 10 minus 3. Plus the 10 minus the 3. Cannot minus the 3. So what do? Minus the 3 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 2. Minus the 5 plus the 2. Oh yeah, that one's harder. Going from right to left. Going from right to left. Yeah, this was harder going that way. So my answer is 1, 2, 2. You're going to see that questions are easier going from left to right. Hello, Redux. Oh no, Redux. Yeah, kind of late. I actually going to sign off. But I'll be back in about a couple of hours. Yeah. No, that's okay. Well, just come back in a couple of hours. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Yeah? I'll see you in a couple of hours, yeah? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I wanted to catch the East Coast people. I felt bad that they're like up at 3 or 4 in the morning. So, come back in a couple of hours. I'll probably come back on about 9 or so. Yeah, I think so. Probably about 9. Oh, hello, public sphere. Not a problem, Star Child. Not a problem. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. I do appreciate it. East Coast. Oh, you're in East Coast? Ah, I'm sorry. East Coast? Okay. If not, Redux. If not, oh, tomorrow. If not, I'll try to get on tomorrow at, I'll try to get on tomorrow at 10 for probably about a half an hour. A 30-second tap. Oh, that'd be awesome. A 30-second tap spree. Oh, you know what? I got this one. So I was trying to do this. How about that? Does that help? So then it would be midnight. Yep, I'm going to come on at midnight for you. I'll be coming on at about 9 o'clock for my time. I don't know if that's too late for you. It's not in the screen fully. Tapping spree? Oh, maybe I should do that. Yeah. I don't know. And then, do you have any specific question, Redux? Any specific questions that I can answer, or we can pick it up later? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I was thinking. Oh, I could do this. I could do this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you should go to bed, Redux. It is really late. It's already really late. So maybe next time. So tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. Probably in the morning, but if it's 4, I'll probably try to get on about 9 o'clock. Maybe 9 or 10 tomorrow. I don't know if I can get in earlier than that. That'd be a little tougher. Monday is always tough for me. So, but thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the tapping spree. All right, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, Redux, for the follow, and I'll see you in my next live. Bye, everybody. I got school tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, school tomorrow. Thank you. No, thank you, Star Child. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love I love my community. It's so awesome. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. If I don't, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
In case I don't see you. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And I'll see you in my next live. Bye, everybody.